So this week in our clan Reborn OSRS, we are going to be having a Chutes and Ladders, or Snakes and Ladders, depending on where you live in the world, event in the clan, where over the course of these next 2 weeks, we are separated into teams that are each competing to climb the board and get to the spot 100 first, with the grand prize being the pool of money that everyone put into play this month. So, our team is currently made up of Ali, Squatter, Leish, Arturo, and Fliptrix, and we are not sure on our name yet, so we are quite the basic ones. We are the only team that hasn't actually changed our icon yet because we are not sure. Each tile has a task associated with it, as shown here. You can see there's a full list here. Feel free to pause the video at any point if you're curious about them, but throughout the video you'll definitely hear the ones we do. Before the event started, we all our leaders all rolled dice in our Discord dice rolling chat, so we can all keep an eye on it. And we got a 6. So our first task, I believe, is to get any unique from Sire. So let's just have a zoom in on 6. Yeah. Obtain a piece of the bludgeon or an abyssal whip from Sire. So that's going to be fun. We are currently all hunting Sire tasks in the hopes of getting it. Now, enjoy.
Finally, we have gotten a task. It took us nearly 3 fucking days to get it, but finally we have an Abyssal Demons task.
Let's go kill ourselves some Sire. Holy shit. Okay, so I didn't manage to catch the clip, but I just got ourselves a unsired. As you can see in our inventory just here on KC 694. Let's run over, please. Bludgeon piece. Oh, pardon me, or whip. Bludgeon piece or whip. Let's go. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yes! Yes, let's see that screenshot. Let's get that screenshot done. Easy. Done. Holy moly, we can finally move on from that task. Holy sh! Holy sh! Go. Let's go. Done. Let's go. That took me so damn long to get the task. It took me longer to get the task, I think, than doing the thing. Let me post that in my bingo chat now. Well, after completing that Abbey Demon task and getting it approved, I got to roll for the next bingo result, which resulted in an 8. And that 8 there is that to obtain 2 whips, which is fine since we're still currently on task for this. So hopefully I can go now, barrage some Abbey Demons and get that sorted. Let's go. There we go. We've got whip number 1 out of 2. Very nice, very nice. And there we go with whip number 2, as I was just talking to Ali about the second whip. There we go. Easy does it. Easy game. Easy life. What a time to be alive. Nice. Okay, so last night while I was away, the team managed to finish off the mole task, getting the room med helm. Thankful for Squatter for doing that, and they rolled the dice and then landed on tile number 26, which therefore puts us in a position where we're trying to get a Kraken task. So if we come over here, we just finished our Basilisk task not long ago. Let's see if we can get a Kraken one immediately. Asks, not really. Do I have enough points to skip at least one? I don't. Right, I'm probably going to go Turiel skip and try and get that task. I'll be back with you once we get it. Well, it's not a Kraken task, but I've never got a Phantom Musper task before. And I'd be quite interested to see how fast we can go with this. I don't want to do the full 45 just because we are still on the clock for bingo. But considering I get a toad kill the trip, I will do 20 of those. Why not? I'm happy with that. Let's go. And coming in over here, we're finally killing off this Musper here. 20 kills deep at the kill of the task. Nothing special on the last kill, but that brings us up to 249, only one of the big 250. If we look at our sessions for this one, we can see that we only got 12 on this record. I think we reset halfway through and we logged out, went out for a bit. But even in those just 12 kills of the 20 on the task, we made 2.34 mil. It's a little bit ridiculous how much money this boss makes. It's not right. This loot tab had almost nothing in it before we started, maybe a little bit here and there from Mole last night, and that one spine bit, but that doesn't even come up as value. And we still managed to make ourselves up to 5.2 mil total, just as an idea of how much this boss makes. Yes, it's ridiculous. Yes, it's insane. Let's go see if we can get ourselves a Kraken task, because we still need that for our current bingo tile. And let's find ourselves a new task, and let's hope it's a Kraken. So I'd quite like to do my task. It isn't, but I will go do it because I don't want to keep skipping for no reason. Let's go. So we're about day 3 or 4 into the bingo Snakes and Ladders event now, and we've just been kind of having a talk with the chat, with our clan in general, about the things we do and don't like about it. The events team, usually Quan and Ali and Squatter and a bunch of people, often get together, and after these events we have feedback and discussions and whatnot. But obviously people talk through the events, and so we've had some bits and bobs along the way. And so I'd just like to kind of bring up a couple of bits that we've talked about. Firstly, this is no disrespect to the events team. The events team do a great job, and I'm very happy that we have things like this that bring the clan together and make us a lot of money. But something of note is that normally when we do bingo events, we have it so we have a board with multiple tiles on. And this will allow each member in the team to select a different task to work on specifically. So this is really handy if, say, you've got team members who are lower levels or haven't experienced certain content yet. It either allows you as a team to bring them along and learn it, or allows them to focus on the aspects that would be more acquired to their levels. Unfortunately, with the way this event is set up, each team is obviously stuck on one tile till they move on or re-roll it. And don't get me wrong, most people can do Shamans or Basilisks, but let's be honest, that's meant to be kind of a backup plan. As you saw earlier, it wasn't easy to do. So with that being said, a lot of the teams have got stuck on a couple of aspects, but the main one that seems to be the draw of this event isn't necessarily any sort of skill issue like, oh, none of our team can do raids or none of our team can do gauntlet or something. It seems to be a situation where most teams are stuck behind the Slayer locked bosses, which has really shown us how difficult it is to unlock a certain task. When we started this event, obviously you saw that we were stuck on Sire for like over 4 days before the event trying to get the task for when it started, because we were all allowed to roll before the event and prepare ourselves. And then not a couple of tasks later we had the one with Serb, which thankfully I was away for, but other members of our team had to roll for. And with us now hitting the Kraken table and having to, you know, farm points up and keys and whatnot this way to try and get a task, it really shines a light on how difficult it can be to hunt certain bosses, which for a collection logger like myself, who will at times be wanting to hunt certain bosses for pets or drops, really shows a flaw in the system, because you have to spend, in some cases, multiple hours tutorial skipping, like 9 tasks, which can take about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer depending on what task you get, into a 10th task, which could be anything and you don't want to skip it because you're doing this whole thing to save points. And over time you can take hours to save up points which you can roll and just not get the boss. There should be a way where you can almost pay a certain amount of points to get a specific task. I wouldn't mind paying 500 Slayer points, hey nice, to get a certain task. Luckily it's somewhat helped with the Slayer storage system, but the fact you can only store 1, and in an event like this you don't know what you're going to get because it's a random roll on the table. You don't know if you're going to need to store up Basilisks, as I did, because they can be used for skips, or if you don't want to store up Hellhounds because there might be a Serb task coming up. All in all, it's a little bit of a frustrating system of which we're trying to work around as different groups. I know it's not just our group that has these complaints, by the way. Another group got stuck on Grotesque Guardians for quite a while before they could eventually move on from that. Anyway, these are all aspects that we're working on and discussing, and we'll see how things go. Anyway. Okay, it looks like you rolled a 1, which took us on to tile 27? Yeah, so that gives us Archer's Ring or Warrior Ring, so we're going down to DK's now. Oh lord, he coming. So what we're going to do is we're going to both run down together, but then we're going to split worlds to do our solo ones so we can get more kills. Apparently Squatter only needs the Warrior Ring, so that'll be fine with me. He's going that way. Let's get down on it, get down on it, get down on it. Let's see how lucky we get on setting up this time. Normally this is the worst part, so we'll see how it goes. Damn, got caught by it. If they weren't in sync, I would have probably gone and tried to flick that because Rex was kind of being nice. For now. There we go, this is it. Now if it comes into range, we deal with that. Why am I not attacking? There we go. Right. The Serb Helm is helping out there. Hopefully my Blood Fury procs. Oh shit. There we go. Enough burns. Right, set up for range. Oh, why am my blowpipe not being equipped? Because I've not tried. Okay, I'm gonna have to just set myself up properly. There we go. Unfortunately, that does mean that I've wasted a dose of super combat. And I realise now that I brought the wrong dose anyway. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, I'll let you know if we get anything. The Fang makes this so much easier with its accuracy, meaning I don't have to bring like a full set for this. Makes kills a lot quicker. And hopefully a lot more profitable. Let's get the ring immediately. Come on. Switch over immediately. Nope. Well, I to the grind. Alright, you can see just from the chat there, I've got it done. Let's put that in the bingo dice rolls. Also, that's a nice extra 4.298 million, so let's get that approved and we can roll the dice and see what we get next. So, as you can see from where Ali's rats are, we're on 32, which for the sake of this is to kill a mimic. Luckily, I have got at least an elite clue and a hard clue and a medium in my bank, and hopefully I can trade them in for masters and get mimics. Let's hope together. Got myself a surprise little dragon imp on the way to doing this clue, so let's see what we get. 15 summer pies, oh boy, so worth the value. Okay, we pulled ourselves a master casket. Let's see if we can get that mimic sorted. Yes, let's go show the team. Alright, it's been a hot minute since I've done this, but it should be easy enough. Gonna Bastion up for the defense and range, eat my angler, reset that. Let's send it in. Will you fight? I will. I will indeed. Not exactly sure what to pray. I think it's like mage and whatnot, and then just let's wail on it with a blowpipe, I guess. Try and dodge the candy. Range is better than my melee, so I'm gonna actually camp melee. I just realised that I thought about it for a second. Thinking combat triangle here. I'm getting hit by all types though, so I've got to be wary of that. Actually, I kind of want to sit in melee range, but don't I, if that's the case. I'm also going to eat up. I'd rather eat up and be safe than not and not. Can I please hit you? Thank you. We're just wailing on it. Not my fastest movement by a long shot, I'm not risking that. And it's down. And we always take the mahogany plank for good luck. Let's exit this place. Oh, there we go. And let's see what we get. Yo! We got the Ring of Third Age! Let's go! That is something nice to add to the collection. What a lovely reward for me. Very nice, very nice. We are out here currently killing Basilisk Knights as a way to try and skip this task. Our current task is to get a Cox Purple. And at the moment we've only got me and one other person who isn't too comfortable doing raids on. So luckily one of the caveats of the bingo event is that if you wish to skip a tile, everyone gets one free reroll. We don't use that late till we're like high up and about to hit one of the slip shoots down. So another way of skipping is to either get a pet, a jaw, or a dragon warhammer. And since I don't expect to get any pets anytime soon, I am currently killing these since I've got a task of like 155 here as well as another task of about 100 odd stored up. So hopefully by doing this I can get it. I'm currently still dry of a jaw, as every Basilisk Knight I've killed so far has been on task but don't have one. So hopefully by doing this we can break the dry streak, get the collection log slot, and also skip this tile. So let's find out how that goes. I'll get back to you if we either get the jaw or we end up finishing both tasks. Okay, so there's that first task of Basilisk Knights done. Took me pretty much all day to do it, well all day since I've been home. Let's go here, let's go to Duradani. I've never actually collected attacks from him, so how do I get this one? Unstore? Basilisk, confirm, 0 points. Cool, now I've got 140 more to go. Let's do this. Okay, maybe this one? I don't know why the virtual tracker was saying it was one action when it wasn't. But there we go. While it doesn't pop up with anything special, we can see there we've just hit what would be 101 Slayer. It seems that doing bossing for collection log does pay off with XP over time, if nothing else. Nice. Some days this game, I think, just hates me. We just killed one of the Sentinels, right? And luckily, we were so fortunate to get one of the superior drop table drops. Miss Battle Staff, and I'm just gonna step around the corner here for a minute, just get out of the way so I can open my collection log and show you guys something of the interesting variety, and that is that out of all the superior drops we could have had, the Imbued Heart we're still missing, Eternal Gem we're still missing, the Dust Battle Staff we're still missing. Ooh, we just got our 4th Miss Battle Staff. Pain. There we go, finally coming in with only 10 kills left on the task. We finally get ourselves a Basilisk Jaw. I'm going to screenshot that and then send that in, pick it up before it despawns and get that marked off. Holy moly, that's some good times. Let's go. So as you can see here, our team finally decided to use their reroll. We were, out of the 4 teams, we were one of the 2 left who hadn't used it yet. But with the fact that most of the other teams right now are right near the end, as shown here, some of them also being like ultimately on the final row already, we thought we might as well use it and try and get ahead. So we've re-rolled, and now we have a task on tile number 43, which is to obtain ourselves any uniques from Guardians of the Rift. Any of the rare tables, that is. So if we go over here, let me show you what those include. There we go, we've got the rare table here. Unfortunately, I already have the Abyssal Needle, so that takes 1 drop off the table. So now I'll just be looking for either the dies or the lantern, because unfortunately the Catalytic Talisman and the diary do not count for it. So we'll see how we get on. Alright, so we finished 1 game. I'm probably going to do 5 games at a time before getting any reward guarantee things, pulling them out. Mostly so I can balance points, but then secondly so that I'm not doing so many games that I miss the opportunity. Because it's still bingo, and while our team is a fair bit behind, I would still like to try my best to make up the difference. And I'll get back to you when we've done 4 more games. Okay, 5 games later, we have 22 energy, 19 catalytics, that's 19 pulls. Let's see what we can get. Let's hopefully get one of the uniques here. So far, nothing of note. Couple of talismans, couple of pearls. We're looking for a die or the lantern. Preferably the lantern, as that will help me personally out with these games, as I wouldn't have to keep bringing lunas for the ability to not have to repair my pouches as often. 10 pulls left. We're getting a lot of runes, obviously, and that's fairly standard when doing these pulls. You're getting runes and pearls, if nothing else. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything this time. Regular needle. Damn. Damn. Well, I got some pearls at the end there. Let's see how many pearls we're at, actually, while we're here. We are at 247. And let me just trade and see how much we're at for the next one. So if I look at the value on these, 350, 350, 400. Okay, so we need 103 more pearls. And obviously we need, hopefully, to get the lantern at some point. So we'll see what happens. Well, in not so good news, we rolled a 1, landing us on number 38, which was to obtain a purple from Cox, which is one of the more rough tiles to get, and in the history of how our team keeps getting consistently bad luck, is another one of the tiles that is going to take us a long time to get done, if we've managed to get it done before the end of the bingo, because if we go back over to the board, we can see that there are people who are currently only 4 tiles away from victory, potentially. Now, they could potentially fail rolls, and then fail rolls again, and get lower and lower, but that's not necessarily likely, and with how low we are, it's looking rough for our team. But let's see what we can do, eh? Okay, number 107, let's see what we get. Hoping we get something good, but we'll find out. Doesn't look like it, damn, shame. Maybe one day I'll get something from a solo, but it's not today. Unless we get the pet. Ooh! Not purple, but hey, it's a new log slot, the Eye Corruptor. Probably the worst one of the gems, but hey, we finally got our last one. So that's something. Cool, we'll bang that up. The value of that one was poo-poo. But still, new collection log slot, I'll take it. Nice. Alright, number 108. Let's see if we can get anything good. Doesn't look like it yet. Unless we get the pet, of course. Which we do not, but we do get cash, so try and call the rest of that and see what we get from the cash. Yeah, 1100 death runes, not bad. Not a PB because of lower raid levels getting me better times, but really not too bad for a 220. I think that's one of my best at 220. Let's see if we get anything interesting. I really hope we get a purple this run. I really want to be done with this tile. Ah, no. We see the key, we know it's not for me. Yeah, we still got another cash of runes, so let's take the cash out, bank everything else. 38k though for the loot chest is not very handy. 38k plus 200k, 238k, still not great honestly for this level of raid, but whatever, we continue. Okay, so we've landed back on the Cox purple tile, and not looking like we're going to be able to get it. Someone currently is on, one of the teams is currently on the last tile on the board already, which is kind of insane, and we're at like 40 something because of all the slides and terrible task we've got, but I've still got 90 odd nights on this task. 90 nights, 90 night, good to sleep, on this task, so I'm going to go back there while I wait for members of my team to be ready to go to Cox, and if not, then we'll see what happens, because, well, even if we don't win, we've certainly made an impact, if nothing else, so we'll see what happens. And with that drop in the chat, I think that might be bingo over. I'm not sure, but I think Brownsies from Nana's team, yep, and they just got their tile 100 done. Well, GG. It looks like that team ended up winning bingo this year. I'm still going to keep doing these nights, but damn. Well done. Well done. So if we bring it over here, we can see now that this is how it ended up. Tile 100 completed by getting any raids purple for them. You can see that we've got the RNG Steelers. No idea who they were. AP's PP, yep. Third place to the Ali's Rats, and then Lads on Tour, dead last. It's such a dichotomy. You can see the split between the two, and it's kind of wild how this event ended up doing that. But you know what? These events come and they go. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to not. And either way, we made a decent amount of money. And yeah, hopefully next one, we will end up with a better results. Oh well. Well gamers, with bingo over, that comes the end of this video. We tried our best and we definitely got a few drops along the way, including a Basilisk Jaw, as well as a few other bits along the road. I'm still going to be trying to grind out certain bits, and I might use the bingo board as kind of almost a guide to see what I want to roll next and what I want to do. But it could have gone better, could have gone worse. But we tried our best, and that's what matters. Thank you all for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're curious as to what, if you want to see something specific in the next video, let me know. I'm thinking about doing a longer video where I try and grind out one thing for a while before uploading it, but we'll see how things go. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.